How did a small country in the Middle East with almost no history in soccer at all, who haven't ever qualified for a World Cup before, end up hosting the sport's biggest event? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with Lionel Messi, one of the most powerful clubs on earth, and over $1 billion in bribes. Yup, that's billions with a B. Back in 2010, FIFA had a voting committee to decide where future World Cups would take place. And for 2022, their options were either Japan, Australia, South Korea, or the United States. All countries who have both qualified in past World Cups and have a history with the sport. But then along came Qatar, who were drowning in human rights violations and corruption. Now all the potential countries were rated on criteria like soccer infrastructure, tourism, climate, and how big the sport actually is in their country. And in almost all those categories, Qatar were ranked dead last. But what they did have was money, a crap ton of it. And FIFA loves money. They bribed 8 out of the 24 members of the voting committee nearly $2 million each. And it wasn't just money. Multi-million-dollar oil deals were made under the table to secure votes. One of the chairpersons at FIFA was able to get his son a high-paying job in Qatar for a vote. Heck, the whole reason PSG has all its money right now is, you guessed it, because of Qatar. Before 2010, PSG was just another regular club in France who were on the verge of bankruptcy. But they also just so happened to be the president of France's favorite team. So Qatar promised to buy the club in 2011 in exchange for more votes. And 13 years later, the club is now worth an insane $3.2 billion and also flaunt the most popular player on the planet. In the end, money prevailed. Qatar won with over a majority of the votes and would go on to host the most expensive and controversial World Cup in FIFA history. But at the end of the day, we have to ask why. Why did Qatar spend billions in bribes and $200 billion to host the biggest show on earth? Well, if you guessed money, you got it right. Qatar is expecting a revenue of nearly $8 billion from ticket sales, merchandise sales, tourism, TV rights, and sponsorships. Again, the most in World Cup history. Qatar also has their eyes set on the future, officially making their bid for the 2036 Olympics. And you can guess how much they're going to pay for that one.